Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today it's gonna be my first time watching, listening and reacting to 4 boy groups that had their comeback this past week. This Tuesday I had already done a special K-pop mashup reaction where I had reacted to 4 different artists in one video. There the topic was ONEWE 2022 debuts. This time around I decided to react to all the boy groups, like mentioned, that had their comeback within this week. And all of those 4 boy groups were artists I've not checked out yet beforehand, so it works even better because that way I can now do, like mentioned, a mashup with 4 first time reactions. And these 4 boy groups for me now to finally check out for the first time are ASTRO or ASTRO, never really know exactly how you may pronounce it. Then ONEUS, AB6IX, and same issue here, ONEWE. We will see about all of that, right? Yeah, these 4 groups have been on my radar for a while now, actually, especially ONEUS, but we'll talk more about each group in particular when we get to them. But yeah, I thought this was a cool idea. I thought this would work pretty well for a mashup type of video because, me, I always try to keep the upload number as low as possible because that's how YouTube usually wants it, so that's just a better way to do this than make 4 separate videos, Either way, I'd say we can now kick things off with, like mentioned, the first comeback that happened this week. We're doing this in order of how the comebacks happened this week. And on Monday, we saw ASTRO, or ASTRO, like mentioned. It's like, and they are newest music video, Candy, Sugar, Pop. They are a 6-member boy group, it seems like. Yeah, a 6-member boy group debuted back on February 21st, 2016. So they've been around for 6 years already. Damn. Got a lot to catch up on that, I'd see. They have 6 members, which are MJ, Jinjin, Cha Eunwoo, Moonbin, Rocky, and Sanha. That are the members under Fantigo Entertainment. I don't think I've reacted to a Fantigo Entertainment artist before, so no idea what to expect. What the sound may be like, what the concepts usually have been, how the members are, and all that kind of stuff. No idea. I can tell by the name Candy, Sugar, Pop that this is probably going to be a bit more of a bubbly, fun track, The vibe that also already looks kinda, very colorful, very fantasy inspired. So, let's just dive into it. Looks a bit short, unfortunately, but let's see what they have in store for us. ASTRO, or ASTRO, please send me down below. And their most recent music video, they're coming from Monday. Candy, Sugar, Pop. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's such a fun beat. Yeah, very bright and colorful music video aesthetics. Ooh, this pre-chorus is excellent. Ooh. Ooh, this pre-chorus and chorus are so full. Ooh. Digging the rap line here. They were looking fresh though. I'm digging the aesthetics a lot. Now even some suits. Ooh, but this for the pre-chorus is really good. Ooh, immediately a different drop. Alright. Yeah, but those looks with the suits are awesome. Lovely bridge here. This is such a fun song. It's like very, very full on the most important points. It just delivers in that way. Now a second section. Alright. Now here's the thing. That's always something I say. Because whenever I see that a short looks rather, or a song looks rather short, my first fear is always, oh no, the song will feel rushed, or like we're leaving out a big finale and everything, right? But this song is a good example of how to keep the song below 3 minutes at a very good loopable length, you know, where you like can listen to the song several times without like a break or something. I don't know, like imagine you have a 15-minute break at work or something, or just want to listen to music for a bit, then this is the type of song you can listen to on loop for a moment. It's a rather short song, but has everything in there you could ask for, and does really all these main key factors of a song in a very full and satisfying way. So generally, like mentioned, the song, as I anticipated already by the title Candy Sugar Pop, you know, the music video, like mentioned, very bright, very bubbly, very colorful, very, you know, dreamy and everything. Was fun, you know, like, not the craziest MV or anything, but like, it totally suited the sound, because the sound itself, just like the title suggests, also goes more into the sweet, bubbly, bright, upbeat, dancey direction, you know. Luckily enough, or what means luckily enough, at least for me, you know, because I'm usually not a big fan of these very, very bright, screechy EDM instrumentals, wasn't really the case. You notice went more into a classical route, so it really has a good groovy, funky dance sense and core to it that really, really just makes it work that way. But now again, we have very fun verses, you know, we have like a very comfortable vocal tone in my opinion. Generally, I think they just have good voices, you know, there was like no voice that like really had a was like really deep or really bright or anything, you know, they all had a very very comfortable vocal picture basically. And the way we did the pre-chorus, chorus and bridge here was really well done, because the pre-chorus was a 2-sectioner, you know, so a long one, and it was really, really good and was a good drop in anticipation for the chorus. We actually do the 2 chorus drops differently, so that immediately makes that when you then re-listen to the song, that makes the first chorus drop just feel exciting, and the second one, because they're different from one another, you know, because they don't sound identical, you know, they aren't just copy pasted. We actually changed a bit up there to make the second chorus drop later on feel exciting again, because it just will sound different and have a different tempo, and we'll have this like short little delay on the bass, and then boom, it kicks in again. That's a good little thing to do. Like mentioned, the pre-chorus probably my highlight though. Like mentioned, the verses were very fun, the rap line, the sang part was cool. Then, like mentioned, after we did the chorus for a third time, we actually this time around added additional stuff afterwards, you know, so a second section to the chorus with the rap line going in again, and then more group harmonizing stuff. It's just a very satisfying song. I think it's just a very on point song. Like, especially for its length, like mentioned, really, really, like, there's no moment that, like, feels wasted or anything, you know, the song's just really sharpened and polished onto, like, a very, very good and enjoyable length. It really, really works that way. But yeah, the pre-chorus, I'd say, is definitely my highlight. It was very, very lovely. That's very lovely. Like, I'm generally a big fan of long pre-choruses, because it makes these drops way more satisfying. We have a little retro synth in the background here too. It's such a fun track. Like, nothing that, you know, makes me go, whoa, mind blown, anything, but like, it's very solid. Like, if they have quality like this for the previous releases as well, then I think we will be having a lot of fun with this group. I think, especially like mentioned, I don't know how the previous concepts look like, right? But like, they took, like mentioned, this more retro, groovy, funky dance concept here, you know? And they made a really solid song with it. Yeah, they really, really nailed it with the concept they were going for, and made a very enjoyable song. I just think this is definitely playlist edition. I think this is definitely the type of song that when it comes into your playlist, shifts your mood, cheers you up, makes you want to dance. I think that's definitely a good thing to achieve. Astros or Astros. Again, I don't know. Please tell me how we pronounce the name correctly, you know, and like we could pronounce it both ways. With Candy Sugar Pop. Solid music video. Just a solid release overall. Again, like nothing now really made me go, you know, like my mind wasn't blown or my jaw dropped or anything, but like this is such a solid K-pop release. Such good quality in both the visual, so the music video and the song production, mixing everything. So if the previous releases really go into this type of quality standard, then this is definitely worth noting and checking out and catching up on videos later on this channel. I had a lot of fun with this, enjoyed this a lot. And now we're moving over to the group that I had especially my eye on and was about to react to already in the past at 3 different moments. Because last year I think they had 3 comebacks, if I'm not mistaken. I think they first had No Diggity, Black Mirror, and Luna. When No Diggity came out, I first wanted to do Black Mirror and No Diggity. Didn't get to that. When then Luna came out, I wanted to do those 3 songs. So they're 3 music video releases of that year. Also didn't work out. And then I think it was recently, just a few months ago, in 2022, I think they had their, was it 3rd? I think 3rd anniversary. Yeah, in January. And they also wanted to do the exact same thing. So check out the 3 music videos from the past year. Also didn't work out because there are just days where like, oh, I have an idea to record something, then maybe another video gets released in time that I need to react to, or like maybe at work and anything, you know, it just very often can happen. And unfortunately that happened 3 times for ONEUS. That's how we pronounce it, by the way. When I first read the name, I thought it would be pronounced ONEUS or something like that, but it's ONEUS. But yes, so now after having failed to react to them in the past, we're now finally going to be doing it, even though it may only be 1 MV, and that is their most recent comeback released this past Tuesday, which is Bring It On. But why am I even so excited to check finally this group out? Not only because, like mentioned, we would have done it already in the past if it wasn't for some things coming in between, but also because it's 1 subscriber especially that kept recommenting to me. It's finally time. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And because they are under the same company as Mamamoo, as Purple Kiss as example, which is Rainbow Bridge. Wait, Rainbow Bridge? RBW Entertainment, right? Like mentioned, debuted back on January 9th, 2019. 6 members with, oh boy, Raven, Ziho, Lido, Hyunhee, Hwangwoo, and Xion. Usually I should really go ahead before I react to an artist for the first time and always listen to the name pronunciation straight away, but maybe this way you can laugh a little and correct me in the comments. Either way, this is now their most recent comeback, the newest release, Bring It On. I definitely have planned to do catching up on videos for them afterwards, because after this we have like 40 more so to go through music videos overall. So we'll be checking out a lot more of ONEUS in the future, but for now, our first time impression will be their newest release. So let's stop the talking and let's start reacting. ONEUS, Bring It On, music video. Let's check it out. Oh. I saw that teaser photo go viral, by the way. Because my man shredded butts. My man's voice! Jesus Christ! Oh, lengthy pre-chorus? Ooh! I'm really thinking the statics here. Go for this like Mama, it's flexing him, I ain't blaming it. Oh, but this pre-chorus though. The way the vocals kick in here with the more softer string in the background. This pre-chorus is 10 out of 10. And then we actually keep the height from the instrumental for this drop here. That's so cool. And then the big drop down comes in the second half. Yeah, this thing is banging. Ooh. Rap bridge or third verse. Woo! My man's voice, Jesus Christ. Choreo though. This thing burns the stage out, I know that already. This thing live must go wild. Oh, and now they're shouting it too, man. What are we doing? So bad with these excuses, but really dig this carnival type of aesthetic. Damn. We don't want to go there yet. Blah blah blah. We remain here for probably a few more minutes because woo! Okay. Let's say like this, I'm already very excited for the catching up on videos because like mentioned, another idea I had was to say we pick ONEUS out of this mashup video like this and immediately do that, or like immediately do this music video now with the ones from last year. But then it was like, yeah, we'd feel a bit weird to say like, yeah, I'm doing all the boy group first and reactions from this week and then pick one out especially and do the other three together, you know. So I was like, yeah, let's put them in here. But honestly, after watching this, like, my excitement to check out more of them is already like boom. And I feel like if a lot of you also want to see that, I would not be surprised if one of my reactions next week is going to be, I think, the 7th mini album, Trickster. Was it the 7th? Because that is a first impression of a very good kind. Now, like mentioned, I do not know yet how the previous consoles and everything look like and how that will, like, you know, collide with my interests and my preferences and everything. But Bring It On is just a banger, okay? It's just a absolute on-point K-pop song in several ways, because it like has everything in it that you could ask for from a classic explosive K-pop release. Strong rap, amazing voices, insane choreo, hype, energy, tempo, but also like a great vocal picture, melodic sections and everything, fullness. There was just nothing missing here, you know? Like, my initial reaction after watching this is like, hey, this has everything in there. This has so many moments in the song that when you listen to the song over and over, you will be excited for so many parts of the song because there's just so much in there, you know? It's not your one linear, very typical release because there's just so many highlight sections in this that make you excited every single time. But now, honestly, before we even talk about anything else, or like go into anything, you know, any other parts of the song, I mean, we're not even 10 seconds into this music video, and the first ad-lib of the song already makes me go, oh shit. Okay? I'm not sure about his name again, but I did see that on the K-pop subreddit, where I always like check out teaser photos and everything. Like, I'm generally always checking out teaser photos from everything, but like no audio teasers and whatnot. But like, man, who was it? Who's my green-haired man? Like, because that thing went very viral also on Twitter because of his, Lido. That's Lido, because my man's ripped, and you can show that off for sure. But that's a cool thing about first time impressions, because I have no idea about any of the voices, about any of, you know. So when then a Felix-like voice drops in, I'm always like, oh boy, it's about to go down, okay? Deep voices in K-pop just have that effect on me. That every time I hear very, very deep voice, I'm like, ooh, let's go. Because, damn, okay? Like, that is an entrance. Okay, like, literally the first 10 seconds of me watching ONEUS, I'm going like, damn. Because, I mean, what is that vocal? Like, listen to this beat. Like, you know you're a boss when you take over the first 30 seconds of the entire group song, you know, like the first verse was just him, because that's enough. His voice alone fills out an entire verse with ease. Holy moly. These 30 seconds are already like, okay. Like, that's the thing right now. I don't want to make comparisons already, but like, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago or so, when we checked out the ASTRO Candy Sugar Pop MV, I really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun with it, but there was neither a voice nor the song itself was like really that made me go, or like, you know, because it was just a more lean back, chill, fun type of track. Now, ONEUS, they go mean, okay? This song is mean. This thing has a mean core, has, like mentioned, this bit ominous, like, oh, type of section in the beat as well, you know, that just immediately adds a bit of tension and heaviness to it. And then you have that voice on top of that. I mean, hello? I mean, what the hell? Give it up. That may be one of the most badass song entrances I've listened to this year. Who's Hwang Jung, man? I don't know that reference, unfortunately, but like, damn! Overflowing with hormones, yeah, that's me right now, because I'm like, damn, bro, holy shit. Those first 30 seconds are already a huge highlight. Like, every time, like, let's say I put this in the playlist, right? Song after song, you know, like more chill ones or everything, and then this song comes on. And these first 30 seconds immediately just fill you with so much. Like, this is a perfect workout song, or like at least especially that opening part. Like, listen to that voice, that beat, and everything, and that delivery. You're pumping those raps in like there's no tomorrow, because Lido, my man, that's how you make a first impression on people. But here's the thing: the song isn't actually just that, you know, like a very straightforward, brutal. In Germany, we would say Brett. I just love that metaphor. You know, it's a Brett. It's such a short and cool word to say. It's a Brett. You know, it's just boom, go straight on the edge. But now we go to the pre-chorus and to the chorus itself, and there we see they aren't just the mean flowers and badass rappers and everything, but they also have vocals. They have melody. They have, you know, like such a switch up. The pre-chorus is such a mellow, little more lovely tone now, because we have, like you mentioned, more of a guitar led section here. You know, like, I mean, just compare the beat from the first verse. Again, my man's looking fire. To the pre-chorus. Such a huge difference without it feeling like too different. You know, like that it feels like it shouldn't be next to another. We keep building up. So the first minute of the song is intro and heavy rap section to open us up, you know, the badass deep vocal. And then we have a over 20-second long pre-chorus, a 4-sectioner that like uses the first 3 to just be melodic and sounding good, with then the 4th part, you know, making the typical tempo increase. And then the chorus transition, you would expect the sound now to go deeper again. and meaner again. You know, we build up the height and then something like that. But instead, we remain in the height. We remain high. We remain melodic. That line there especially though. These are the lines that I would see myself, or can already picture myself like shouting out along. Baby, I'll always keep it up. Woo! But then the second section does what I expected the first drop to be. Heavy, fast, powerful, and obviously insane for live stages. It also mean though, man. Heal, these little rock riffs implemented. The verses are fire, okay? Their rap line is fire. Like mentioned, Lido himself did an entire opening section to people like me who've never seen ONEUS before, already realizing, okay, shit's about to go down. But I don't know who the other guy is, but he also killed it. Okay, the flow is so good. And then like mentioned, we again did a full lengthy pre-chorus. That's such a different vibe. It really combines things that I love so much. Strong rap line, badass flow, badassery, mean delivery. Then afterwards, melodic, great sounding pre-chorus that you can just vibe alongside with. Perfect build up and drop. A full chorus here too. And then afterwards you have that energetic dance section for the chorus. Man, this is perfect. This is actually... Damn! And again, and then here, we do have a more... We go back into a rap delivery and everything, but now with a more brighter and more to the pre-chorus and chorus, going sound than we had in the first two verses, which is also a great thing to do, because instead of doing the very, I have no problem if we would have done a very cool down moment and then go for the high note or whatnot and everything, but really fits the energy of the song to say, hey, we rap in the bridge, more to a flow vocal delivery. Makes more sense, I guess. The riff here. At the beginning, man, or that one word. So yeah, the bridge is a cool flow vocalizing part, and then we skip that part from the first, talk in a moment, because I mean, come on, I mean, hello, come on, okay. But yeah, what we did there for the end was also cool. Like mentioned, a more untypical bridge, it didn't really feel like it too normal K-pop bridge, really suited the remainder of the song. We then, like mentioned, skip doing the first part of the chorus again, how we did it for the first two times, but instead use it to implement a heavy riff section to then go back into the second section and then add something afterwards that goes even perfect for live stage with, like mentioned, and everything, instead of just saying, we ended after the second chorus section again. We really add that outro section to make the finale feel satisfying as well. This is such a satisfying song, okay? This song has everything in there. It has so many highlights, so many cool lines. The opening is badass and easily one of the coolest song intros openings to a song I've listened to and reacted to thus far this year. The pre-chorus is long and on point and lovely. The way that we don't drop the chorus down in the volume, but keep up the height and volume of it, and keep it full melodic before doing the more instrumental focus, heavy dance section afterwards. Man. Excellence! am I glad to now finally have checked it out? Because like mentioned, there were 3 parts last, or like 3 moments last year, like 2 last year and 1 this year already, where I was about to check them out, but unfortunately things came in between and I was like, okay, we'll push it back again, because at the end of the day, I have enough time for everything, you know, the day just has to come, right? And the day had finally come now, and then was it a good decision? Because I think I would check out the 7th mini album, or like react to it. Like mentioned, we see how many people enjoy, because that's still the thing, right? Want to see how many people we want to watch their reaction review as well. Glad to tell me down below if you're interested in that, because I definitely am. Now, obviously, because it took such a long time before doing this for this mashup video, already a few days old, but do not be surprised if we're doing the 7th mini album next week, and then after that, go down to the previous music videos, maybe the previous albums as well. Obviously, I have so many artists that I'm doing the same thing for, over a dozen, so it's all about time, it's all about, you know, it's about drive, no, it's we will get there, but it will still take time and everything, because there's just so much stuff to do, and there's so much other stuff going on as well outside of YouTube. So yeah, insane first impression from ONEUS right there. Bring it on, they truly brought it on. That was excellent, that was awesome, that was 10 out of 10. Literally, I have nothing to complain about. I think this will, like, the thing is right now, I can definitely see myself listening to this a lot already as well. But like, even if it may end up being the type of song that I won't listen to every single day, but like several times throughout the week, you know, because there are some K-pop releases that when I watch them here and react to them, they like blow my mind, and I'm like, ooh, so excited after it. And then at the end of the day on Spotify, there may be other songs that I can listen to easier, but it still is the type of K-pop release that brings me those joyful and exciting feelings while reacting. You know, it's one of those releases that when you react to it, you're absolutely blown away and you're like, wow, this is absolutely insane. And now excited to see how we feel on re-listens. Very excited for that. I'm very excited to check out more of them. Okay? Lido's voice alone already got me, but everybody else sounded fantastic as well. What a first impression. ONEUS! Bring it on! That was damn good. That was really, really damn cool. We're now moving over to remaining first time reactions of the day, with the third one being a group that actually performed 3 hours away from me this past weekend, or not this past weekend, last week to be exact, which is, I think, AB6IX. That's how I would pronounce it, right? We just switched the S with the 6, and with their newest music video, Savior. And I think I read beforehand about them, but now because I follow K-pop Flex a little bit, because Dreamcatcher performing there, I caught a bit more wind of them, and I heard a lot of people say, hey, they were really good, you know, they have a comment next week, maybe check it out as well. And I'm like, hey, you know, why not? Let's see what they have in store. Under brand new music official, doesn't tell me anything straight away. Don't think I've reacted to an artist of that before. But AB6IX themselves, debuted back on May 22nd, 2019, and are currently 4 members? 4 members. Wong, Donghyun, Woojin, and Dahiwi, who, I hope I pronounced the names correctly. Well, I think even had a duet with Zoldar, I heard. They had a former member, which was Youngmin. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting though. Like, I would have absolutely... Oh, plus the fandom. Oh, well, I mean, it's either way is now a bit unfortunate, because now that the 1 member is gone, it only adds up to 5. But even before that, you would be like, hey, AB6IX, only 5 members. Oh, the fandom, okay, you know, whatever though. Let's check out the news release from Wednesday. AB6IX Savior music video. Let's check it out. Ooh, I love this opening. Good way to set the atmosphere. Beats! This gritty continuous beat is so cool.
특별한 비추는 깊은 내 맘속 트리거 이슈 널 꿈꿔왔던 dreamer yeah 반짝이는 모든 것도 $100 bills 이 도시 밤도 light down I know who's
Ooh, I love his voice and delivery.
you deserve the best just you and me
The voices are just... With such a low volume verse section, that will go very epic here, loud. Or means loud but like higher. Ooh, this is epic actually! Oh! Okay, that's cool! That's a cool way to do the job. This beat is actually banger. It reminds me of some...
Supernova explosion burning up for you 넌 나의 태양 다가가면 뜨거워져 soul roller coaster ride
Ooh. The way you continue the beat here. Yo, the verse pictures are fire. Like the rapping and flowing is so cool. Okay, we can definitely gotta go a bit more into detail in a moment because damn. Also, the MV quality is pretty dope as well. This pre-chorus is epic though, but then it's part of them. I mean, this was just part of the MV. I don't think that's part of the actual audio, but this swerve drop is so cool, actually. I think some people may not end up liking it, but I think it works for me. Ooh, the riff now. Ooh, oh wait, we actually ending it that way. Oh, okay. I mean, I already felt like the verses were very long and everything. Okay, I would definitely see how that feels on re-listens, because usually I'm not a big fan of when we like end the song after a second chorus and then like or like do just end it there basically after, right, and don't really have a third chorus, you know, basically only doing two choruses and then ending it after the second chorus in some way. But maybe this will feel okay on re-listens, or like doesn't feel a little unsatisfying, or still good on re-listens. That will definitely have to tell with some re-listens, right? But okay, that was really cool and actually a bit unexpected. I mean, I don't know what to expect either way, but it still really didn't feel like a very typical K-pop release. Because usually when I look at groups that I know, if we look at the pyramid scheme, you know, obviously at the top we have stuff like BTS, EXO and everything, and then we always go a bit lower, and then we're like in the middle or the lower middle section, everything, that kind of stuff. That's I think where these type of groups always orientated. Like they are ONEWE, you know, like they aren't totally unknown and have like, I don't know, 5K views or anything. They have million views and lots of fans and everything. But like usually when we go with these type of groups that are orientated somewhere there in terms of, you know, public viewing and everything, they usually end up having a, I wouldn't say very classic K-pop sound, but it often ends up that these type of releases will feel like something that you've heard before. And honestly, I can say the same for this. I feel like this release has in many ways its own touch, but just generally has such a cool energy to it, because we have such a low energy, low volume opening part, especially first verse, that just really gets me, because it kind of reminds me of some very old school video game tracks. Now obviously many people won't be able to relate to that, but like especially as a kid I loved playing games like Command & Conquer. Many people probably won't know those games, very old actually, like released before I was born and everything, but like they also have like very gritty EDM type of instrumentals in there, and the way we do this beat here, like very simple, but like I mentioned, this very gritty, darkish sound is so cool. this electronic beat is so damn cool. I don't know why. It like totally speaks to me. And I've said it near the end already. When it came to the drop itself, I think this will definitely be a release that will either love it or you don't. I feel like there really won't be a big in between because it really has such its own sense and its own idea. Because while we do this very darkish, gritty, very quiet beat picture, you know, like it's not like the sound itself is not quiet, but like we don't have a lot of elements going on at the same time. And we then actually have quite a strong chorus or like pre-chorus. Yeah. That's what I meant though, you know, that's where I already was like, should have anticipated that we may not get a third chorus because the first verse goes up to over 60 seconds. Or I don't know how much here is part of just MV and everything, but like the verses are very long, and I'm okay with that because like I mentioned, really enjoy this gritty bass beat with the flowing over it. But the switch up between the verse and the pre-chorus sound is huge. Like here we go with the trumpets, now very epic, loud sound picture. It's a very long pre-chorus on top of that. Strong vocals and everything, and then you'd be like, okay, you know, we kept building, we kept increasing the graph, we keep going upwards in the volume. Now, boom, strong, powerful dance chorus, something like that. Nope. We go back to the verse sounds and now sing over it for the chorus. Now add more elements to it. It's a very cool thing. I think it's a very, very unique thing to do, which, like mentioned, probably caught off guard a lot of people, and that's where I think, again, many people will either like it or not, because I think many people will be like, oh my god, this build-up is insane and everything, and then they're like, oh, you know, some people will go like, oh, and are like maybe disappointed because they expected now a big, loud, explosive chorus and everything with big singing and everything, but instead we go, like mentioned, down again to more, you know, it's definitely an anti-drop, right? Because it goes down in the volume. So I think it's definitely that type of release that you either really love it or like really enjoy it, or you're like, ah, it's not really for me, and it's still okay. Now what we do for the second verse is also cool. Because this feels like an interlude at first, like a very short little, you know, breather before we go back to the verse sound, but then we actually use it to continue to verse it, or continue to verse with it. They sound great though. Everybody is such a cool voice. But yeah, because we use the verse picture from the sound picture from the first verse for the first chorus, then now decided to make a different sound picture for the second verse to not make it feel too repetitive, and it works really well for me. The second verse is also very much shorter to do that. So that's what we did here. Very long first verse with that gritty bass picture, long epic pre-chorus, anti-drop back to that first verse picture, then add another different picture for the second part of the chorus. Short interlude that then actually gets used to do the second verse. Then boom, we do that amazing chorus again, pre-chorus again. And then we do the drop. Yeah, like mentioned, don't know yet if this will be part of the actual audio, or if it will be the drop here. But that transition though, seriously, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by the music video quality, because if I don't know a company, I can't always expect, you know, like, oh, it will be like very good at everything, but that cut was cool. The way we now back again in that first verse picture, or like first chorus picture, I think this is dope. I can definitely see like some people not enjoying this a lot, because it's very anti-usual release. This section is so cool though. Like combining now this heavy sound picture actually with a saxophone is so cool. Oh, yeah, this outro is actually pretty awesome. I think this actually works that way. I think it's totally okay to do the song like this, you know, instead of like mentioning having the... Because I think it just suits the entire idea of the song, because this song just generally really feels like a non-typical K-pop release, or like a very out of the norm release. Like just the way the song was constructed and the way the drops and everything were done, it really doesn't feel like something you see every day, and that's very respectable. I think especially for, like mentioned, more lower groups when it comes to terms of, you know, like, you know, being known by people in the public and everything. I think it's always cool to like really stand out and not just do, you know, the same thing that other people do and hope that you like get a hit out of it or something, like hope that it like gets a trend or anything. I feel like AB6IX's Savior is really unique. It's definitely a you either like it or don't type of release, and I personally like it. I really like this with the bass picture. I really like the voices as well. I think the anti-drop is caught me off guard at first as well, but I actually think it works pretty cool. And even though, like mentioned, it has doesn't have a third chorus or anything, I think the way we, like mentioned, do this very long first verse to justify that works out for me. We'll have to see on re-listens, obviously, if this would be the type of release that I can listen to on loop or like listen to a lot as well. But I honestly I think I enjoyed this a lot. I had a lot of fun with this, like going into the detail and everything, and I think that's always a good thing for me to see. Like if I watch something and then end up like going into detail a lot and talking about a lot of stuff, then that's always a good sign, you know. So yeah, AB6IX's Savior, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I think it was very different, and it's always cool for me. So yeah, let's see if we maybe check out more of them in the future. But for now, we are checking out one more artist to wrap up today's video, and that, oh boy, how do we pronounce this name? I actually have no idea. Okay, ONEUS. 1V. Oh, maybe that's actually ONEWE. Oh, is it that? I just now see, because ONEUS also was first like you know, ONEUS or something like that, but then it actually makes sense because it's two words, one us. So is this ONEWE? Did I crack the code? Did I crack it? Let me know, okay? I think I would call it now that, because I think this actually makes really sense, because like mentioned, the exact opposite of like what means the exact opposite of, it's actually the same, you know, one us, because we and us, it's basically the same word, so maybe that's what they were going for, okay? Either way, I would call it ONEWE. Now, same thing for ONEUS, under the same company, you know, as Publicis and Mamoon and everything, so expect quality like in the production sets and everything. And even though they're actually quite I wouldn't say unknown, but I think they are, when you look at terms of like being known by K-pop fans and everything, they really aren't that high yet. And I think the main reason for that, which is actually also the reason why I'm so excited to check them out, is because they are a band. Okay, I think they are, as we can see in the thumbnail already, a probably self-instrument playing band. And bands, I think, in K-pop usually don't have it that strong, because I think the general K-pop audience, you know, especially the international one, isn't really into like Korean band sound and everything. Obviously, these type of artists have their audience nonetheless. This audience just isn't as big as the usual K-pop audience is, so that's why they usually end up ending up with like a lot less views than your typical K-pop group, because it just isn't your typical K-pop idol production. But I'm excited to check this out nonetheless, okay? 5 members overall. Younghoon, Harin, Kanghyun, and he's a difficult one, Dongmyeong, and Saya, I don't know. The ONEUS was originally known as Mass 0094. And debuted on the Modern Music in August 2015, actually. And then they moved over to 2017. And then they re-debuted on May 13, 2019 as ONEWE. I think that's definitely the idea behind this, ONEWE. Either way, their newest release is the title of a special single called Roommate. And like mentioned, I enjoy bands, I enjoy rock general and everything, so I think this will definitely be my taste. I will see if I will do more to them, because I gotta see, like mentioned, still if there will be an audience for these type of videos, because like mentioned, I still always gotta look at how many people actually want to watch my reactions and everything. But either way, we're checking them out now nonetheless. I'm excited for this ONEWE Roommate music video. Check it out.
오늘 밤도 잠이 오지 않아 너는 기타
And we're going for common direction.
오늘도 이렇게
Oh, does it remind me of Suho visually? I don't know. But what instruments do we actually have? I'll probably get. Then the bass with a keyboard with drums, okay. But okay, it's definitely a calmer release for now. He has a gorgeous voice. He has a wonderful voice. Me too. This definitely gives me major OC vibes. From the arrangement to the sound itself. Very simple, atmospheric music video. But yeah, this is definitely a bit like anticipated. More of a release you could just lean back to. Like, there's not too much to say really, other than it just being really good. Yeah, they have great vocalists, but I think that everybody is singing, right? I think only two, or if we just play instruments. Yeah, I think so, because they don't have mics. Their voices are actually, ooh. I never mind, we actually have another one with a mic now. Okay, it's definitely one of those songs that are like 4 minutes long but don't feel like it. But okay. Kinda like I anticipated it. Music video was definitely very simple, like very fitting for the calmer atmosphere and everything. But now it's kind of like I thought it would already be like, because that's the thing usually with bands, or I think that was at least the thing that I noticed, like when I think I reacted to 2 ASTRO music videos thus far. If it's not for the music video, which in this case we mentioned was like more normal, you know, like not really a story or anything being told, then usually these are the type of songs that you can't tell about too much. You know, I think these are definitely the type of songs that like totally live from their melody, totally from the vocals, and just from the feelings that you get while listening to it. And obviously, when I react to something, I always look at the details, always look at, you know, trying to commentate things, and always then try to give my opinion afterwards. So this is definitely a type of song that is not really for that. You know, like just compare this now to the other reactions to especially two previous songs, like AB6IX's Savior and ONEUS' Bring It On. Those two songs were, like I mentioned, like very explosive, energetic, huge highlights and everything, very, very different, and all that kind of stuff, right? Where I can say a lot of things during the reaction and afterwards. Now for ONEWE's, I was about to say ONEWE again. For ONEWE's Roommate, it's a lovely song. The vocals and everything are very, very enjoyable, but it's just not that type of song and release that I, as a cable reactor now, can like dive into detail too much, right? It's definitely more of the type of release that you just don't even need to talk about too much. It's just a very lovely, full song. You know, like mentioned, really gave me OST vibes, you know, big OST vibes. So you could see this being played in a drama, because both of the like mentioned, I think we have actually 3 vocalists. I'm not entirely sure, but like the singing voices are very, very comfortable to listen to. They have, like mentioned, the perfect OST voices basically. You can just lean back, not focus on things too much, and just enjoy the melodies. You know, a bit similar actually to B2B. You know, this song really reminded me of some B2B songs I've checked out thus far. So yeah, I think, like mentioned, maybe I will be getting now a lot of ONEWE fans in the comments that will be like, oh my god, check out more of them, check out and everything, you know, that kind of stuff. And if I can find a niche little audience like I did for Dreamcatcher at the beginning, because Dreamcatcher, especially last year, was now one of the biggest artists out there and everything, you know. So but I still, like mentioned, reacted to so much content that I found like my own little audience, so that every time I did upload Dreamcatcher, I would end up with like 1,000 to 2,000 views, which really is totally enough, you know. But like now I'm not sure here if this will be the type of group that will have the same outcome, or if will maybe only 100, 200, 300 people check this out, you know. And obviously I would love to entertain all those people, but then obviously I will be in the situation where I'm like, hey, I could upload something else in that place instead that will do, instead of 300, 3,000 views and everything, right? Where I then gotta look out for, you know, looking out for the channel itself. Now, I enjoy this type of music I mentioned a lot, and I enjoy listening to this type of music a lot. That's where I'm now like in the situation where I'm like, okay, I definitely enjoy the song. It will definitely be the type of song that I can put into my calm playlist that I just relax to while I'm trying to like, just like, you know, when I just want to calm down for 15 minutes or so, I can put the song on. It's really enjoyable in that way, but I don't know now if this would be, like, if the group itself and if these type of songs are very fitted for reactions, okay? Because I don't know, like mentioned, how many of the audience will want to see that, and if I will maybe end up saying, okay, if not enough people want to see me react to this, or because it's just, like mentioned, isn't that exciting because I can't say too much about it. No, that's just the thing about softer and calmer songs most of the time. If it's not for like a special story music video, there's not too much to say about these type of songs in detail, that I would then just say, you know what, I would just check them out myself. Because that's definitely what I want to do. I definitely want to check out more of them, because like mentioned, I really enjoy this type of sound picture. I really enjoy this band feeling and everything. I just got to see now if it's really suited and fitting for this channel, or if I really just say, you know what, I have this be one of these guilty pleasure K-pop artists that I just enjoy in my free time, right? Because there are other artists out there that I like listen to actively here and there, but I don't react to because they're either too small, because I don't think, you know, like too many people watch it and everything. So yeah, I'm not sure about the fandom name and everything, but if you would love to see more ONEWE reactions, and you can gladly tell me down below that you would see that. I probably will give it a try and say, okay, we do one catching up on them in the future. And if that does well and if many people watch that, then I can say, you know what? I have my little target audience here. I have a bunch of you that really will enjoy these and want to hear me talk about their vocals and their softer songs and everything. Then we can do that. If it will end up being, you know, more like, you know, drowned in between everything else, and I would just say, okay, I tried. I will just check them out myself. But that's still okay, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for anyways. Me just checking out and enjoying the music. You know, whether I do it here or not, at the end, it doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, tell me if you want more ONEWE, despite it being, like mentioned, more of a listen and enjoy type of group than, you know, like going into big details and everything. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I have done many different concepts before and that actually go more into such a direction. We will see. Okay, we will see. Definitely want to know your thoughts on it though. Again, Roommate, a very calm, lovely song to listen to. Like mentioned, just isn't that type of song that I can go into detail too much. It's really the type of song that you just re-listen to over and over and feel the melodies more and more afterwards. It just, I can just tell, I just can't say too much after one listen now. Okay, that's it with today's special 4-in-1 first sub reaction mashup boy group edition with the groups ASTRO, ONEUS, AB6IX, and ONEWE. I had a lot of fun with this and I enjoyed this a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reactions. If you did, leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on the 4 boy groups you checked out today? Which one is your favorite? Which of the songs you checked out is your favorite? Tell me all about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. And yeah, We will 100% be doing more to ONEUS, maybe even the 7th mini album Trickster, because that was definitely my favorite of today. For ONEWE, like mentioned, I will be probably checking on more of them, just depending on whatever or not I do it here on the channel, or just for myself. And I think both AB6IX and ASTRO definitely left a good impression on me as well. Same thing here for ONEWE. Gotta see if I will get a big audience that wants to check it out with me together. I will definitely give some catching up on TriStar and see how it does. But yeah. Either way, we have a lot of AutoGate cable content coming up as well, especially next week. I think we got GOT7, we got Lightsum, and I think even more. So for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want it in for, I'll see you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, have been happy, have a great time, have a great weekend, and see you again soon with more of either those groups or other cable reactions. Thank you so much for watching.